Rathi, Atirathi, Maharathi, Ati Maharathi, and Maha Maharathi. The topmost level, that is the Maha Maharathi. It is said that Bhagwan Shri Ganesha is a warrior of this category. As we all know, this body and this mind are our tools, and this is a concept taken from yoga, and we are going to mix this with a technique from karate, and we'll alter our mind, and we will be commanders of our mind and body. And let us use this concept from yoga and this concept from karate and use it to develop our martial arts. 1 minute meditation, not yet meditation. This is kindergarten yoga, not real meditation, but this small concept can be used for increasing our martial art level. 1 minute, alter your mind and get ready for that intense workout. Welcome back, Namaskar, and a very happy Ganesh Chaturthi to you all. In Indian martial arts, Bhagwan Shri Ganesha has always been given the topmost priority. He is at the top level. Did you know that in ancient India, we always classified warriors in terms of how capable they were, and they used to fight, and there were great warriors. हम जानते हैं हमारे देश में इससे पहले कितने महान योद्धा पैदा हुए हैं, और हमेशा इनकी क्लासेस होती थी, कैटेगरीज होते थे. It is said that they are classified in mainly 5 categories: Rathi, Atirathi, Maharathi, Ati Maharathi, and Maha Maharathi. It is said that a Rathi can single-handedly fight or arrange a fight, or maybe arrange a warfare strategy for single-handedly fighting 5,000 soldiers at the same time. So this may be exaggerated, you may not believe it, but still that was the capability of the warriors. It may not be fighting, but it can be understanding how to fight them, right? That itself is something very great. It is said that the next category, Rathi, Atirathi, and Atirathi could single-handedly arrange a fight or analyze or develop a strategy to fight 12 of such Rathis. And similarly, it is said that a Maharathi can single-handedly fight 12 of the Atirathis. And the classification goes on like this in multiplication until it reaches the topmost level, that is the Maha Maharathi. It is said that Bhagwan Shri Ganesha is a warrior of this category. He could fight all of these single-handedly. So something very great. But all these warriors, all of these great Maharathis, what can we learn from them? They were always balanced. They never lost their temper. They were always balanced. And one thing we can learn from them that they have in common is meditation. So let us see how to meditate so that we can improve our martial art, we can succeed, because our body and mind are usually the barriers in our training. Our body and our mind should not be a hindrance for our growth, right? So once this becomes a reality, that our body and our mind is not a barrier for our growth, now this is a real gift. तो मतलब अपने शरीर पे और अपने मन पे काबू करने के लिए ट्रेनिंग से पहले हमेशा हम मेडिटेशन के लिए ही रेकमेंड करते हैं. और वैसी मेडिटेशन कैसे होनी चाहिए कि आपको अपनी ही बॉडी पे और अपने ही दिमाग पे मास्टरी आ जाए, वैसी मेडिटेशन. कम ऑन. Yes, back in our karate dress, because we are going to start our martial arts practice, and now we need to meditate. This needs only 1 minute or maybe even just seconds. You just have to change your mind. We will alter our mind according to some concepts used in yoga and also karate. If you are a practitioner of a Japanese art like a karate over here, you will be sitting in a muksu kind of a position over here like this. The legs are bent. I'll show you what is the background. You see this, your legs, your toes are slightly touching, and you're going to sit on them, and your back is always straight. Back is straight and hands are placed over here near the belt, and your back is straight like this. If you are a practitioner of some yoga or some Kalaripayattu, maybe you're going to sit with your left heel on your perineum, under your perineum, and you're going to place your other leg over here. This is called as Ardha Siddhasana. Your back should be straight. I am not very flexible for this asana. It could be a Padmasana, it could be simply a cross-legged posture like this. But all we need to do is we need to concentrate on changing the mind, right? The mind is a bigger barrier than the body. So we have to master that. तो अब तक आपको समझ में आ गया होगा कि आप कुछ भी प्रैक्टिस करते हैं उसके हिसाब से आप मेडिटेशन में बैठ सकते हैं। आसन हाँ इफेक्ट करते हैं, लेकिन अभी नहीं, क्योंकि हम कोई वैसी योगा क्रिया नहीं करने वाले हैं। वी आर नॉट गोइंग टू गो दैट डीप इनटू द स्पिरिचुअल मेडिटेशन और द क्रियास एज सच, because that is completely different. The word meditation is too general. It does not clarify what we are doing. In Sanskrit or in yoga, there are many classifications to what are meditation. There are different kinds of meditations like dhyana, dharana, shunya, samadhi. There are different classes. We are not going anything that deep. We are not doing that deep. We are just going to do yoga, but in a kindergarten level. So this can be called as Upayoga. It is called as Upayoga as learned by me from my guru. So this is something different. We are just going to use the concept. One of the major concept in yoga is looking at your body and your mind as something like a tool of yourself. I want you to close your eyes. आंखें बंद कर लीजिए और एक बार सांस पे जरूर ध्यान दीजिए। किसी भी आसन में कैसे भी आप बैठे हैं, just close your eyes and pay attention to your breath. Let that be for 30 seconds or 40 seconds. Just look at how the breath goes. And now, I want you to realize, not some spiritual realization, just I want you to see in your mind that just like this is my finger, this is my hand, this is my chest. Similarly, see that this is my body. This is not me. It is my body. ये जो शरीर है वो मेरा है, वो मैं नहीं। जैसे हिंदी में बहुत सही तरीके से कहा है कि इंसान जब मर जाता है तो उसे अर्थी कहते हैं। अर्थी क्यों कहते हैं? क्योंकि वो एक ऐसा रथ है जिसमें रथी नहीं है, अरथी। मतलब हमारा शरीर भी हमारा एक रथ ही था जिसके अंदर एक रथी था, मतलब चलाने वाला था, लेकिन अब वो वहाँ पे नहीं है। सो आवर बॉडी is just like a tool. It is like an accessory. This is proved by medical sciences, and also from thousands of years we know that that is what the Indian culture is all about. So anyway, we know that we just have to visualize that this is my body. It is a tool. And number two, like this is my mind. Whatever I am thinking right now, for the last 30 seconds I was breathing, and now I am seeing that this body is my tool. All this thinking is going on in my head. This head, this thinking, this thought process is also my tool. So once you get this realization that your body and your mind are just your tools, now it is very natural for you to see that if these are my tools, they should not come in my way. Right? ये मेरे tools हैं। शरीर मेरे को दी हुई एक चीज है, दिमाग भगवान ने मेरे को दी हुई एक चीज है। तो मेरा दिमाग, मेरी सोच, मेरा शरीर, मेरी फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी की कमी मेरी प्रैक्टिस में एक बाधा नहीं बननी चाहिए. दे शुड नॉट बी अ हिंड्रेंस इन माई वे. माई टूल्स शुड वर्क अकॉर्डिंग टू मी. Nothing. This is a very, it is a great, one of the major part of yogic sciences will tell you this. Your body and mind are something different. You are not your body and you are not even your mind. These are great yogic meditations used in yoga. But we are not going that much deep into the process. Of course, we are taking one great part of yoga and now we are going to apply that in our martial arts meditation. So let us see. We are just closing our eyes, breathing, inhaling, exhaling, seeing that this body is my tool, this mind is my tool. Now, I have to change my mind. This is a concept used in karate. Sit with your eyes closed, and after you realize that my tools are supposed to work for me, now command yourself that today my training will go according to me. I will control my body and my mind. If I command them to work out for 2 hours, they should. So this is one thing that will erase, kind of delete all the laziness, all the hindrance that you feel because of your body. Because from last 2 days I am having a backache, but I know I have to make a video, right? I know this body is a tool and it should work according to me. Of course, I'm not going to lift weight now because I know there is some problem. Pain is good, but do not make that into suffering. These are something, all these things are said by my guru, and I'm actually copying them. So these things have to be kept in mind. Command yourself that today my workout will not be obstructed by my mind or body. That is the meditation. Nothing. 1 minute, alter your mind, and get ready for that intense workout.